So sister, do you know who the Sabbath day was given to? The Jews, which are the Israelites, right? So what if I tell you that you are one of those Jews? Would you believe it? You are a Jew. How do we know that? The Bible shows how to identify ourselves in the book. But today in the church, they don't teach you how to identify yourself. They'll just say, oh, I'm a child of God, I'm a Baptist, I'm a Pentecostal. But you won't find those religions in the Bible. What you're going to find in the Bible is laws, statutes, and commandments. Now read what you got.
The book of Exodus chapter 31 and verse 16.
So you're right, sister. This is who the Sabbath day was given to. Read what you got.
Wherefore the children of Israel
who is the Bible talking about?
Wherefore the children of Israel.
You see this sign right here? It says Israel right here. There was a man named Jacob. He had 12 sons. And his name was changed from Jacob to what? Israel. So he had 12 sons, and those 12 sons became what? The Israelites. So now God says that Israelites should do what?
Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath.
So who the Sabbath was given to? The Israelites. So what about the Seventh-day Adventist Church? How did the Seventh-day Adventist Church come about the Sabbath? The Seventh-day, hold that sign up for me, my brother. The Seventh-day Church was created by the same people who were just in slavery, and they put themselves up as Jesus. So when you see their image up, you believe that they are the children of God, and you think that you're a Gentile dogs, because that's what they teach us in the church. They say we are Gentile dogs, and these people are the children of God. That is a lie. You are the children of God, and these are the Gentile dogs. This is not Jesus the Christ. Say that again, sis. Everybody is the same. Give me that in Exodus chapter 11. Let me show you. Where did you learn that, sister? Your grandfather. So who did your grandfather learn that from? He learned that from somebody else, and it's coming down from the slave master. But let's go into the Bible and see what the Bible says, if that is a true statement or not. Read what you got.
The book of Exodus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Read.
But against any of the children of Israel,
he's talking about us. Against any of us, what the Bible say?
Shall not a dog.
Shall not a what?
Shall not a dog move his tongue.
So what is that saying, sister? It's not talking about the literal dog that's walking about, you know. Let's show you who the dog is talking about. Read on. Read on.
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
Read on.
Against man or beast.
Read on.
That he may know.
That you may know, that all the nations of the earth may know.
Know that the Lord has put a difference.
The Lord does what?
Put a difference.
Read on.
Between the Egyptians and Israel.
So who was the Bible calling dog? The Egyptians and all the other nations. God said that they are dogs. And there's a difference between us. There's a difference between us and the other nation. We are not the same people. We are not on the same level. Let me further prove that. Is that the end of the verse? No. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. So listen, sister. God says he put a difference between us, the Israelites, and the other nation. Let's further prove the point. Read what you got.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So, sister, the Bible is talking to us. God said we listen diligently to the voice of God. Read on.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
To do what?
To do all his commandments.
Sister, isn't that what Jesus said in the New Testament? If you love him, keep his commandments. So, it was from the Old Testament God telling us to keep his commandments. Read on.
Which I commanded thee this day.
Read.
That the Lord thy God shall set thee on high.
Sister, listen. God said if you keep his commandment, he's going to set you on high. That means there is a difference between you and the other nation. Read on.
That the Lord shall set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Above what?
Above all nations of the earth.
So the Bible says when we keep God's commandment, he's going to set us up above all nations on the earth. So guess what? There's a difference between us and the other nation. We are not the same people, sister. You understand? Give me that in our Joel. I will punish you. Is it Joel chapter 3 and verse 2? Amos 3. Okay, sister, so let me show you why. Hold that sign up, the slavery sign. Let me show you why this happened, sister. Because this is our history, right? Have they ever taught you why slavery happened to us? I've never learned in church why slavery happened to us. In church, it's come like slavery never exists in church. But yet still it's in the Bible. Let's go into the Bible. Give me that.
Book of Amos, chapter 3. Read it from verse 1.
Read.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, all children of Israel.
So God is speaking against the children of Israel. Read on.
Against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying,
Against all our people who came up out of Egypt. What did God say?
you only have I known.
What does the Bible say to the Israelites?
You only have I known.
Brother right here, passing by. Did you know that, my brother? That God said you only know your people. Stop for a second, man. Come on, I'm not going to do you any harm. Just 1 minute. Come on, man. Big brother, I'm not going to do you no harm, man. I'm showing you. Have you ever learned in church? What you learn in church is that we are all equal in sight of Jesus Christ, right?
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Read on.
Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So this, my brother, you see this? This is what? Slavery, right? Did you know that God has something to do with that? Have you ever taught you in the church that God has something to do with this? Yes or no? You ever hear them speak about slavery in the church? I've never heard it. And I've been in church for like 30 odd years. And I've never heard them speak about the slavery that happened to us. Have you ever heard them speak about that in your church? Oh, you know, go church. You never hear no church people who did work. It's like when slavery come up, they say, yo, forget about that. It's a long time ago. But what we're showing you, bro, this is your connection to the Bible. This is your connection to identify yourself that you are one of the sons of Jacob. And remember, God said, is He going to punish us for our iniquity? Because we sin against God, He allowed the Caucasians to take us in slavery. So do you know what your nationality is? If I should ask you. What nationality means nation? What nation of people are you from or belong to? What nation would you say you belong to? African. In Africa, there are 54 or 52 different countries in Africa. Which one of those tribe or people would you say you're from? You don't know, right? I don't know. I did not. No, I know. But I did not know just like you. And that's what I want to show you. Now give me the Acts No It Is Honor. So I'm going to give you like 3 more verses and then I ease you up, alright? So give me the Acts No It Is Honor. So the fact that you don't know is prophecy. God says you're not going to remember who you are. And it's in the Bible. What the church are not teaching us these things. Why? Because the church is set up by the same people who are just in slavery. Now read what you got.
Book of Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3.
Read.
The ox knoweth his owner.
You know what an ox is, my brother? An ox is a cow. You have seen a cow before, right? So the Bible said the cow knows who owns him, right? Read on.
And the horse is master's grip.
You know what an ass is, right? A donkey. So if you have a donkey and you let go the donkey bush, where the donkey comes? To where you live. So God says these 2 animals know who they belong to, right? Read on.
But Israel does not know.
We as the Israelites don't know who we belong to. We don't know what God we should be serving. We don't know what nation of people we belong to, right? Read on.
My people does not consider.
And not only do they not know, they don't consider it. You understand? We are reached to the point where we don't even consider, hey, why were we brought on slave ship? Why are we called black people? Why are we called African? Who are we really? You understand that? But let's show you in the Bible. God said we don't know how we don't. Give me Jeremiah 17 and 4. So I'm showing you that it's a prophecy why you don't know. Right? So this is the second verse I say I'm going to give you, right? Read.
Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4.
Read.
And thou even thyself.
So Jeremiah is one of the prophets of Israel. God was telling him, you Jeremiah, you're not going to remember who you are and your people not going to remember who they are as well. Read on.
And thou even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage.
You know what a heritage is, my brother? Heritage is something that's been passed on to you from generation. Like your language, your culture, your land, your God, all of these things form your heritage. Today in Jamaica, what they say our heritage is in Jamaica. Reggae music, ackee and saltfish, burning ganja stick. Were we doing any of those things when we just got here? No. So that heritage was manufactured by the who? The oppressors. So who are you really? You are an Israelite. Let me show you the sign that identifies us. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. So this is the third one now, my brother. So this sign over here This sign over here, as I point out, this was one of the reasons why we can identify who we are, because it tells us in the Bible that when you see this and a particular people, know that those are the Israelites, right? So, read that. You sign on the one that then jump to 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1.
Read.
These be the words which Moses speak unto all Israel.
Who is Moses talking to? The Israelites. That's what we just read. Verse 47. No. Be for you for a sign. 46.
Deuteronomy 28, read it from verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
You see, the curses here, they're going to be for a sign. You know what you use a sign for? To identify people, place, and things, right? So if I never know Manigan, they say, come at Manigan, meet me at the police station. What do you think I'll be looking for to identify the police station? The sign. So God says, if you want to identify who the Israelites are in the last days, look for these kind of signs. The people who went through this, they are the Israelites. No, jump to verse 68.
Verse 68.
Read. Listen, this is the verse I'm giving you.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Remember I told you Moses, take our people from Egypt. But now God says he's going to send you back to Egypt. But this time you're going on what? You're going on what?
With ships.
You see that? Look at this. This is Africa, right? This is Africa, right? Look at these arrows. You see it going all over the world? What is that telling you? The prophecy of the Bible fulfilled on us, that as the Israelites, God says he's going to take us into all the nation with slave. Into what? Into slavery. Why? Because he did not want to keep God's commandment. Read that.
Verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other.
Alright, so now we are showing you that how to identify yourself as an Israelite. So, can you relate to what we just showed to you, my brother? Did that happen to your people? Huh? Somewhat. Alright. So this is how we're going to change back to what we should do. I'm going to give you the solution now. Give me verse 68. Verse 1. So in the beginning of chapter 28, God said if we keep the commandments, he's going to make us the ruler. You understand? That happened in the time of King David and King Solomon. Read that verse.
Deuteronomy 28 chapter verse 1.
Read.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So the reason why we went into slavery is because we stopped keeping God's commandment. You understand that? So if God says we keep the commandment, we're going to get back rulership. What do you think we need to do today as the Israelites? Because in the church we don't learn this. We are the one teaching this because we have learned it and identify ourselves in the Bible. So now you say you can relate to it too, right? So what is the solution? How do you get back to the top? You have to return and keep God's commandments. So one last question before you go. Do you know any of the commandments that we should be keeping from the Bible? Any commandment? I know you have the 10 commandments that talk about thou shalt not kill, murder. All of those are still effective, in effect today. But do you know the commandment outside of that? As a matter of fact, do you observe the Sabbath day? Because that is very important. God gave it to us to identify us also as the Israelites. Do you keep that Sabbath day, bro? Do you know which day is the Sabbath according to the Bible? What number day is it? 7. And today is considered the 7th day of the week, right? So, as an Israelite, it's your obligation to keep God's Sabbath. Do you think you want to play a part in that? Yeah? Alright, so that's one commandment that is not hard. You might say, okay, on the Sabbath I have to buy and stuff, but God also gives us a way to prepare ourselves for this. Bro, this is serious. You understand? We're not teaching you Christianity. We're teaching you that we are the chosen people. We are the Israelites and we need to repent, keep God's commandments and come back to serve God. What do you think is going to be the outcome of that? This is the last verse and then you can go. Give me that Revelation chapter 2. When we keep God's commandment as a collective and our people come out of the Christian church and start worshipping the white man as God, Christ, who is a black man, according to Revelation, he's going to come back, deliver us, take us out of this place of captivity, because we're still captive here. Not because we move around free, but the system is set up still oppressed us. So this is what the benefit going to be for you. Read that. Yeah, verse 26. Read.
Revelation chapter 2 verse 26.
Read.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my word unto the end,
This is when Christ returns. Read on.
him will I give
have power over all the people on earth. We don't know what that feels like. But guess what? At one point in time we knew. Under King David and Solomon we knew what that was. But today we don't know. But guess what? God said we're going to get back there again. Once those who keep his commandments, that's where we're heading back. The kingdom of heaven is talking about you to do what? To enforce God's laws and to live forever. You understand? Finish the verse.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
The them that we are going to rule is the white man, the Chinese man, the East Indian. Everybody outside of our place, we are going to rule over them. That's what the Bible is saying. Read on.
As the vessel of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
So have you ever buy a pot or a vase that made from clay? If you drop it, it breaks up, right? God said that's why we're going to break them to serve God and keep God's commandment. We're not going to play with them, right? Read on.
Even as I received of my Father.
So the same power that the black Christ gave God from his Father, he's going to give it to the Israelites and allow the Israelites to rule the earth once again. So that's what we are aspiring to, my brother. You understand? So thank you for your 2 minutes. And I appreciate you that you stop and listen. I pray that you not just listen and it goes through 1 year and come to the next. But the flyer you have in your hand, go through it. We have a YouTube page. Take 10 minutes out of your day and research. Just go on YouTube and type in Israel United in Christ. You're going to see that we are all over the globe. You understand? The end time is near, bro. So repent and come and join the fight. Help us to teach our people. Alright, bro. What's your name, bro?
We work with anybody and form coalition with anybody that has revolution on their mind. We might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said with the last words on my lips that I am a revolutionary.
But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. We want freedom by any means necessary. We want justice by any means necessary.
This is a revolution of God. This time that we're living in, the greatest time on earth, revolution. Spiritual and biblical revolution. All these lives will be shut down in earth. I am a brother. He's strong in the Lord.
You can tell by my gait that I'm all in. You can tell by my faith that I'm all in. Front line with the truth, I'ma fall in. Even if it's a dead end, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And going to the end, going all in. Going all in. Going in, going all in. Going all in. I'm going in, going all in. You can tell by the things I'm involved in. I can lose it all for my calling. If I die for the truth, it's a win-win. And going to the end, going all in. Going all in.
Only my brother, be strong in the Lord. His what? His what? His what?